Haley, cheer for me.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, hey, suck it down. Absolutely. But
no one was on yet. Oh, Craig might have seen it.
Oh, wow.
oh, good.
My fan that loves me the most.
I hope no one saw that.
I hope no one saw that because it was despicable. I'll do it again for anyone else who shows up next.
You got 7 people watching.
So,
People.
Okay, number 2. Hey!
great. Is that enough?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay focused on you.
Oh, God.
Katie says one more time.
This is new for me. Do you want to see our? We have Haley. If you'll notice, the quality of the show looks a lot better this week.
You should do it.
I didn't do anything.
We're trying to stay busy.
What are you guys doing? Shooters of chocolate cake? What was that?
She was slapping the bag. Classy red wine.
Slapping the bag?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you just like grow a beard?
This has been here the whole time. We just have a lot better lighting today.
Oh, okay. You can see it now. That's quite the beard. Quite the beard.
I'm going no shape pandemic.
Does anyone know what we're doing here? This is 1-800-CHEF Show. I'm your culinary coach, Chef Rock. Thank you for that unheralded applause.
I'm your host with zero culinary knowledge. He's the chef with all the answers.
As I say, if I don't know how to do it, I'll make it up.
That's the best way to learn.
Exactly. How you guys doing today?
We're doing good. How are you doing, Nicolette?
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. We want to start with our call to action.
What's up, Nico? What's up?
She wants to start with the call to action. Why are we here?
Why are we here? Tell us, Dan.
So this all started because of everybody losing jobs and financial hardships during Corona. Nicolette actually posted, and we're going to share it to the 1-800-CHEF page as well, but obviously the world is a little more in turmoil, so we're trying to, yes, this started as raising money for the Rhode Island Hospitality Foundation, but we're posting a link for a whole bunch of other organizations that if you have the money to spare, there's a lot of people that could use help right now.
Nice. I agree with that 100%.
Trying to make a little bit of a difference here. But.
Hey, my co-host, CJ, is on watching right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
With a quick tap. You guys got to all check out our podcast. It's a Quick Tap Rugby Outlier podcast. So we're on all the different outlets from Spotify to Stitcher and all of them. So you can find us anywhere by going to that Quick Tap Rugby Outlier podcast. Pretty cool.
Chef Rock.
It's for the San Diego Legion rugby team.
Yep. You guys are doing stuff for the food bank too, right?
Yeah, we're doing something for the San Diego Food Bank. All cities are getting hit really hard, and more people are using the food bank so they can feed their families. And basically what you guys are, doing in Rhode Island, we're doing down here for the everyday people in conjunction with the San Diego Legion rugby team.
That's great.
Because one of our co-hosts also is Nick Augsburger. Nate. Hello, McFly. Nate Augsburger. He's the captain of the team, and so we got the threesome going.
Nice.
So you gotta check it out. It's a great show. Great show.
Give it a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bet. So, are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Me too.
We're gonna cook for all of you. If you are entertained and this is giving you any sort of comfort, we'll have the link to the GoFundMe in the bio, and also in our stories a link to a whole bunch of petitions you can sign and other ways that you can donate money. But yeah,
that's it.
That's why we're here. Let's try to get our minds off things.
You ready?
Nicolette's taking over. We're ready.
All right. So as you know, the protein, Dan, is pork chops. Can I take a peek at boys?
Nice.
Those are beautiful. Hold one up for a second to the camera. Dan, hold one up. I want to talk about it for a second.
Ooh, what angle do we want?
It's a center cut.
Yeah, it is.
What, about an inch and a half?
Yeah, it's about an inch.
That's great. So you don't have to remove the fat off of it. That's good fat. That'll cook up.
Fats.
But yeah, no, fat's good. I mean, that breaks down the the meat strands, makes it nice and tender. So you're through there. Now that one pork chop in the back, which got a little brown tail on it, did you see it? That is like near the end of the center cut where the tenderloin is. Or it's just a nice softer piece of meat. I wish you could buy that whole piece. Well, you can, but it's more expensive. But the center cut is pretty lean, so we're going to cook it pretty fast.
Okay.
First thing we got to do is make a dry rub. You see all those dry ingredients in front of you, Dan? Mix them all in a bowl.
Okay.
Well, first off, you have chili powder.
Yeah, we do.
Just pour that right in the bowl. Garlic powder. You have sugar, salt,
and
black pepper.
combined. Yep.
Black pepper. Throw it all in.
Yep.
Then mix it up. You can mix it with your hands because you're going to rub the meat. So just give that a good blend. And you know, these rubs are great because if you're going to use, like make a double, triple patch, put most of it away and only use what you're, because once your hands go into that and you start touching the meat, it's been contaminated, meaning that you don't want to save it with raw meat juice there. That's bad. You can get sick. So this is like the perfect amount for all 4 pork chops.
Okay.
And then you throw the rest away. Don't save it. Okay? You don't want to get sick,
Sounds
right,
good.
Dan? So you want to rub those pork chops. What's that?
I said getting sick is not the goal here.
No, it's not. So you got to be safe in the kitchen. So what you're going to
spread it on first, or put them in?
And then start spreading some of that dry rub on both sides, on all 4 choppers.
Right on the
pan.
pan.
While you're doing that, you can heat up the pan.
The pan's already hot.
You're the man. Yeah. Dan's the man.
I skipped a step for you.
I'm telling you right now, that's incredible. You remember these things, which is good. Because in this particular case, you want a hot pan. So you want to rub that all in, both sides. You can rub it on the fat part too.
Yep.
While you're doing that, I'm going to have a little Italian red wine, a jelly jar. This is how we used to drink it when we were kids.
Flip those over.
Jelly jar. Because if we ever had good glasses in the house and we broke one, my dad, we can't keep anything good here. You know?
That's how it always goes.
So we ended up drinking out of jelly jars and glasses that we got at the gas station. Remember, they were giving glasses away with Daffy Duck on them and all kinds of stuff. Perfect.
Nothing like drinking alcohol out of a Looney Tunes cup.
You know what? It just makes me feel silly.
All right, I think we're rubbed.
You were rubbed up?
We're rubbed.
Both sides, you know
what? Both sides, all sides. Yeah, we still got some.
Hey, you know what? Make sure you get the sides real well.
Is there anything wrong with just putting some right in the pan?
Yeah, it'll burn.
Oh, okay.
If it's loose in the pan and you go, it'll burn up.
See, this is why we ask questions.
No, and that's why I give you answers. You better listen. So the pan's nice and hot. You want to like medium-high heat. Yep, and then you want to put some oil in there.
All right, we got a medium.
Medium-high.
Yep.
And then you want to get that Nike sock.
Oh, I got
holding the oil.
Episode 1 throwback for the real followers.
There you go, my brother. Give it a good coating of the bottom.
Yep. Just going to wash my hands real quick.
Well, first, before you wash your hands, put the pork chops in.
No, I have tongs for that, though.
Oh, you do? Yeah, but then the tongs are going to be all contaminated.
Okay.
No. Just make it easier, you know? Then you'll have, then your hands will be thoroughly clean for the next step. Perfect. So you got a nice sizzle right off the bat, right?
Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you preheat that pan.
And a little tip, if you're going to pre-rub the choppers, you can leave them out on the counter for a little while. Don't come out of the refrigerator right into that frying pan because that brings the temperature way down really quick. So if you make meat almost room temperature, so you can leave it out ahead of time for 20 minutes covered.
We took it out for the prep to shoot the video, so it's been sitting on the counter for about 15 to 20 minutes.
That's good. Perfect then. So that was just a waste of time I just said. You know?
Hey, for the people that aren't sitting here prepping with me.
Dan, you don't have to answer me on that. You know what
we got it.
You know what I'm talking about, my brother. You're good. So, what'd you make in that pan? You got some side dish?
We got some farro with mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
Cooking that up.
That'll be good. That'll be good. So while those are searing,
Yep.
check them out. Peek on the bottom. Use your tongs and peek on the bottom to see if they're browning up, because then you can flip them, and then they'll slow cook. Yeah.
Like good? It looks a little.
I can't really tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little longer. It looks a little.
When
white.
they get nice and brown, then flip them over.
Okay.
And then we'll slow cook those puppies while we're making the next part of this dish.
Sounds good.
So I like certain toppings, on pork chops. So they have a neutral flavor, but sometimes they could be a little boring.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is make a compound butter.
Oh, I see you.
You remember what the compound butter is?
Mm-hmm.
It's butter with other ingredients added to it to give it a particular taste or flavor. So you have the stick of butter.
Yep. Let me flip these real quick.
Yeah, if you want to give them a flip, that's perfect.
And then you want me to turn this down so they're slow cooking?
You can turn it down to a medium.
All right. You got
medium.
Okay. We got a butter.
So now, is it room temperature? It's a little squishy.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay,
and soft.
put it in that bowl.
Okay. Ooh. Very room temperature.
Which is good, which is fine.
Okay.
You just don't want it melted, like where it's dripping all over the place. Just pliable, because we're going to harden it back up.
All right.
And in this particular case, we wanted to give it some unique flavor profile. So we got chives, right? Chopped chives.
Yep.
Give that a little color, and onion bite. I believe we go with about a tablespoon.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but you don't want to overpower it with just one, especially an onion type flavor profile. We got lemon and orange zest.
Yep.
Now, how did you zest it? Do you have a zester?
Yeah, we used the normal zest,
like a grater
type thing. Yeah.
Yep, that works. When you grate, though, when you use zest, you want to make, there you go, you got a zester. Yeah, you just want to make sure you get the orange or the yellow part, not the white. The pith is real bit. So for the zest, that's where a lot of the oils are, and you're going to get that really strong, beautiful flavor of orange and lemon. And then we have, from that one lemon, you got a little lemon juice, about a teaspoon.
Yep.
There you go. You're good, Dan. And then we have...
Yes.
So you grated it, right? Not chopped?
I did. Nope.
Perfect.
We used actually the same thing that we used for the lemon and orange.
That's okay. I mean, it's not a lot to it. But when you grate it, you're actually pulling just the meat out of the fiber, which is good. So you get that full in advance. I would do it, like you just did it right before you started. A little bit of hot sauce, Dan?
A little hot sauce? Yep.
Yeah, a little hot sauce. What kind of hot sauce you use?
We went with Tabasco. So I actually wanted to give a shout out. I don't know where we put it. There it is. So my cousin, my uncle lives in Utah. And my cousin obviously lives out there too, but he works for this bakery called Red Bicycle Bakery. And just this week, he sent us 3 bottles of this hot sauce. And I really wanted to use it, but I was told by my family and by Nicolette's family that I would be the only one eating it if I used it. So it's here.
Is it that hot?
It says it's made with habanero. I tasted it the other day, and it's the hottest habanero hot sauce I've ever had.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love some of that.
We went
Check
with
them
Tabasco.
chops, see if they need a flip.
We ended up just going with Tabasco for the sake of
they look good.
eating. They look good.
Yeah, keep cooking them. What's nice is that the sugar will caramelize, and those spices start, when they get toasted, they take the smoky flavor on. So it's a really nice dry rub for gives it a nice little kick with the chili powder and the garlic in there. So the last ingredient are the pecans.
Yep.
And it kind of went with the pork chops. So you want to blend that all together.
You want the pecans with the butter? I missed you there. Blend this first?
Put them right in there.
All right.
Put them right in.
You got it.
Okay, now you want to mix that all up so it's all blended. I got someone's forehead. Hello.
Hands okay?
Nicole,
Hands
Nicole
okay,
has
or
a
is it
forehead.
good?
I would use a spoon. Yeah. Never know where those hands have been.
I just washed them. You.
So blend. So it's all combined, and that's why butter room temperature, where it's soft but not melting and separating.
Yep.
So you want to put it all. Don't worry about breaking it apart. Just give it a good push. Now, compound butters. I mean, you could do one with just lemon zest and lemon, or you could do it with like a béarnaise with some capers and
Garlic
some shallots and onion. Or heavy on the garlic. Roasted garlic is incredible.
There's nothing better than garlic butter.
Oh, let me tell you, especially if you're putting it on the way we're going to do it. So blend it up really well.
I just lost one.
Give it a good blend like you just did. Now get a sheet of plastic wrap.
Okay.
Maybe one about this big.
I can't see. Nicolette's holding it.
About like pie or plate. Can you hear?
Yeah.
So these compound butters are.
This is where our audio cuts out.
Hey, people are asking what is the name of that hot sauce, Dan?
What is the name of the one I just showed you?
Red Bicycle.
I can't hear you, Dan.
Red Bicycle.
It's hard to read it. Red Bicycle.
Red Bicycle is the
Breadworks.
It's a bakery.
Did you order it online?
Can you not hear me again?
We can't hear you again, Dan. What'd you do?
I didn't do.
You got that? Red Bicycle Breadworks. I can't hear you really well.
There we go.
Dan, you can hear me, right?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
So grab that butter,
Yep.
the whole mixture,
Yep. Put it in.
scrape it with a spoon and plop it right down into the middle of that plastic wrap.
Yep.
Okay?
You got it.
Now fold the top over.
Okay.
Either way.
Yep.
And then with your hand, make it into a tube shape. Form it into a tube shape and push it together and make sure it's all tight. Almost like if you're making sushi. Don't go too far to the edge. Leave a little of that plastic wrap at the end. Good. And then roll it so it's a nice cylinder.
Can you go flip the fork chops?
Nice cylinder shape.
You got it.
Okay? And then you can mix it with Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, look at me.
I'm still listening.
Shape it into like a complete cylinder if you like. And while you're waiting, pop that in the freezer.
Pop it in the freezer.
There you go. Just pop it in the freezer. Now we're going to check them pork chops.
Yeah, I just flipped them. The bottom was looking nice and toasted.
Well, I'm not there to feel them because I could push down on the center of that pork chop with my
What
thumb.
part of your thumb is it supposed to be?
Or you could touch that for the temperature. Or the safest way is to cut it open in the center with a knife and bend it a little to make sure it's not cooked like medium rare. So you want to make sure it's well. Medium well. How are we looking there, Dan?
About to cut.
Just a little.
It's
Just a
cooked
little
through.
cut.
It's cooked through. It's white.
It's cooked through?
Yeah, so we'll give it like another 2 minutes. It's a little pink in the center.
Okay, Dan, we can't hear you.
I said it's cooked through. It's still a little pinkish in the dead center, so I'm gonna leave it a little bit, 2 minutes.
Just another minute?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. This is a great dish that you could make with any kind of meat. It's like steak, sirloin, which is like a nice cut. You can get a choice cut of sirloin, which is pretty tender and maybe about that thick, and you cook it up like a steak. You get the grill, you cook it on the grill, you slice it thin, and then you put that compound butter on top, and it all melts. Oh my gosh! So if I was doing steak, I would put some gorgonzola cheese into that butter with chives, Okay, our green, you know, and then put that in there. And then, oh my gosh. Now you got me hungry. I'm on my diet.
It's a little early. It's a little early for you.
What do you think? Pork chops are just about done?
Yeah, I'd say they are.
Those are looking good, Dan.
All right. What would you
So,
plate
Dan,
on, a plate or a bowl?
you want to plate up?
Yeah.
Are you ready to plate?
I said, what would you plate this on if we're doing it with Farro?
Well, you have that rice mixture, right? With
Yeah.
mushrooms? You can put that on the plate. Or,
Here, we're
yeah.
going. Nicolette's taking over.
Okay. You put it on the plate, put the pork chops on it. There you go. Put it up in a little more of a heat, Nicolette. Put it up on a you can lean the pork chop on it, so you get a little more visual, little height. Yeah, that's cool. And then push it up to a little bit of a mountain. Then you could lean the pork chops on it. Put a couple on if you want, or one. One's good. Now get the compound butter out.
Yep.
And normally you can make that up about an hour ahead of time. And then it's easy to unroll it and then slice it. So you get a nice quarter size or $50 size. Anyone knows what a $50 is. And put that on there and make it like about an inch thick. Might want to put the butter down on the counter so it's easier to slice if you can slice it. Slice a wedge off. Probably not hard enough. That'll well, put a nice neat wedge. Plop, plop. Then you put it on there and it'll melt from the pork. No, don't spread. What are you guys doing?
She did it.
Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You're supposed to just put it on top and let it melt.
Melt over it.
Oh, you're spreading it like meatloaf. That's okay. It'll still taste.
We like butter.
What do you think, Dan? Whoops. All good?
Would you eat it?
I would eat it.
That's all that
But
matters.
normally when the butter gets harder than it is right now,
Yeah.
and then you can slice it, you get a nice size, $50 size,
Yeah.
that thick of that butter. You lay it right on top, and then it'll naturally melt, and the nuts and the sauce and all those flavors are gonna. You don't have to smash it on it. But that's okay. Hey, if you want to make a pork chop sandwich, you can put another pork chop on top.
There you
You
go.
know, the sauce in the middle.
That sounds more like the rock I know.
So unfortunately, we can't hear you.
You can't.
Can you hear me pretty good?
I hear you. Everybody else I think can hear me.
Oops, excuse me.
I flipped it.
So we all good?
I think we're good.
That's our pork chop with pecan butter.
That's it. That's it.
All melted.
That's all she wrote.
The next time we'll have a plating class. Show you how to plate.
I'm sorry, Rock. I didn't know that
So
all of a
that's-
sudden I was going to be on TV.
We really can't hear you. That's okay. That's all right. So until next time, right,
Yeah.
Nicolette? Next week?
Next week we'll be here.
Same channel? Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that little lesson.
We're not about to switch it up just yet.
Woof.
All right.
Don't eat that. So,
Call to action.
Again, if you're entertained, in the stories, we're going to have a link with all the petitions you can sign, places that you can donate where the money actually goes to a great cause. We started this for Rhode Island Hospitality, really fun. We're still technically doing it for them, but obviously the world is demanding other causes as well. So if you can, donate any bit, any amount, any bit counts, and we will be We'll be here next week.
all right, my friends. If you want more recipes, you can go to chefrock.com. This recipe's on there in my recipe file. Pork chops with pecan butter. Yummy.
All right.
Now I can go for some.
We'll see you next week, buddy.
We'll see you. Hey, did it rain today for you?
Not yet. Still coming.
So we could have barbecued those pork
We
chops.
probably could have, but
You know what? Next week.
well, look, keep an eye on the
Promise.
I'll let you know.
Love you guys.
Okay, see you later, buddy.
Take care, man.